In the desolate town of Grimwood, nestled deep within a forbidding forest, a darkness loomed over its inhabitants. The townsfolk were haunted by the constant presence of ravens, their ebony feathers glinting ominously in the dim light. With each passing day, the number of ravens grew, their sinister caws echoing through the village like a harbinger of doom. Legend had it that the ravens were cursed souls, trapped between the worlds of the living and the dead. They were believed to be the spirits of those who had perished under tragic circumstances, seeking revenge upon the town that had failed them. As the town's misfortunes multiplied, the villagers lived in fear, their hearts heavy with sorrow. The once thriving community fell into a state of despair. Crops withered away, leaving the fields barren and the people starving. The once jubilant streets became silent, devoid of life and laughter. Fear overshadowed every step taken, as the villagers shrank away from the watchful eyes of the ever-present ravens. Among the residents was a young girl named Emily. She was a solitary figure, her spirit unbroken despite the constant gloom. Emily had a peculiar connection with the ravens, a bond that surpassed the boundaries of fear. She believed that she could communicate with them, sensing their pain and torment. Emily spent her days observing the ravens, their behaviors etching into her troubled mind. The more she observed, the more she realized that the ravens were not seeking vengeance, but were trapped in their own sorrowful existence. Their caws were cries for release, their ebony wings a prison from which they longed to escape. Driven by her empathy, Emily set out on a quest to uncover the truth behind the ravens' torment. She delved into ancient books, searching for clues to break the curse that had plagued the town for generations. Days turned into nights as she pieced together fragments of forgotten lore, slowly unraveling the secrets that shrouded Grimwood. Finally, Emily discovered a ritual, an ancient incantation that promised to free the souls of the ravens. With hope burning brightly within her, she gathered the townsfolk in the heart of Grimwood's desolation. They formed a circle, chanting the words that would supposedly release the cursed souls from their eternal torment. As the last syllable escaped their lips, a chill swept through the air. The ravens congregated above, their caws growing louder and more frenzied. And then, with a sudden burst of energy, the birds erupted in a flurry of feathers, their spirits breaking free from their avian forms. But instead of finding solace, the freed spirits unleashed a devastating fury upon the village. The air filled with an oppressive darkness as the souls of the ravens turned vengeful, seeking retribution for their suffering. The villagers screamed, their bodies torn apart by unseen forces, their lives snuffed out like candles in a gale. When the carnage subsided, silence settled over Grimwood once more. The ravens, now free from their earthly confines, took flight into the night, leaving behind a desolate wasteland. Emily's body lay lifeless, her soul condemned to join the torment she had sought to alleviate. In the end, the curse of the ravens proved insurmountable. Grimwood remained a forsaken place, a haunting reminder of the darkness that lurks within. The townsfolk's pitiful existence became a mere memory, as the ravens perched upon the decaying remnants of their former lives, cawing mournfully into the eternal night. And so the tale of Grimwood and its cursed inhabitants faded into obscurity, swallowed by the ravens' insatiable appetite for sorrow and despair, leaving only a lingering sense of hopelessness in its wake.